This morning, a lot of people, especially out east, are looking at all of the damage from severe storms that hit last night. This is video of the hail from Darren, Daniels, and Wiggins. We got a lot of pictures and videos of the golf ball size hail that fell throughout the state. We also got a lot of videos of the storm system moving in. You can see it brought in those large dark clouds and lightning. We have a live crew out in Wiggins this morning assessing the damage, and we'll check in with them in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us for 9 News Mornings at 6. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Drew Carney. So we're talking about storm potentials later today, and we're also covering a fire burning on the western slope. Officials say the Dry Creek fire, located just south of Rifle, has already destroyed one home. Fire officials estimate it's burned nearly 290 acres at this point. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office has issued some evacuations as a result of this. Crews are expected to resume work on the fire at 7 o'clock this morning. All right, let's get back to the weather now. 9 News weather forecaster Katie LaSalle is joining us from the 9 News backyard. So, Katie, do we have specifics on when we may see some thunderstorms later today?
Good morning, you guys. Specifics, yes. We will be seeing storms start to pop up and make their way east, mainly after noon. But this morning, it's cloudy skies. Mild temperatures. Out in the backyard right now, it is 63 degrees. We saw that severe weather outbreak particularly impacting the far eastern plains yesterday. We again have the risk of seeing some severe warned thunderstorms. The biggest threat, large hail and potentially damaging winds. Fire danger remains a concern over portions of the high country, where we will be talking about the chance for isolated dry thunderstorms popping up after about noon. Hotter and drier just in time for the weekend. But today's storms, the main threat, large hail once again. That area of orange over I-76, the northeastern plains, that's where we'll see that highest potential. But still a slight risk here in Denver. The entire I-25 corridor, scattered severe storms possible, short-lived, not widespread, but still in the forecast. And of course, when we're talking large hail, that could cause damage. But right now, it is dry, 63 degrees, 40s and 50s, gradually moving into the mountains. And for today, more sunshine expected. So by 11 a.m., 72 degrees, comfortable by noon at 75 and highs in the 80s. 20% chance of a severe thunderstorm, but off to our west, that's where we will be talking about fire danger. Air quality alerts in place. It'll be a busy afternoon in the weather department once again. You can see clearing skies, dry conditions. We get the sunshine, the warmth of the day, 80s for highs here in Denver and east. After about 4 o'clock, from Deer Trail to Watkins, out across the eastern plains, Greeley as well, could be seeing a few of those storms capable of producing severe weather. And speaking of large hail, which we saw yesterday, 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is live for us this morning, talking to some folks and just seeing what it's like out there, assessing the damage. These storms really come in quickly and can pack a punch. Shalima, good morning.
Yeah, they absolutely could. And a lot of residents, one of them that we just actually talked to was mentioning how they were just looking out their window and seeing all that hail coming down. Miraculously, their vehicle that was sitting outside in the driveway wasn't damaged by all the hail that was falling. I want to show you the street as well, too, here, because this is kind of reflective of what we have been seeing in a lot of the neighborhood here. We've seen a lot of trees where we've got leaves on the ground, just kind of pieces scattered throughout, and a lot of debris on the roads. But something else that they also saved was some of that hail. They actually put it in the freezer and wanted to give us a little bit of a reflection of what they saw last night. We've got it on an ice pack here just to keep it nice and cold for you guys to see. I mean, we had been getting those reports of baseball-sized, tennis ball-sized hail. This is the kind of stuff that was beating down on their roof, the kind of stuff that was beating down on their truck. They had a vehicle in the garage. I mean, a lot of people were doing their very best just to try to protect their property, and that meant bringing some vehicles inside just to make sure that it wasn't being hit by stuff the size of this. So we're going to continue to talk to some of the neighbors out here to get a better sense of exactly what they went through. But like we've been encouraging everybody throughout the morning, we're going to be in and around Wiggins, so definitely reach out to us. Let us know where you're at, what you saw, what you heard, what you experienced, because I mean, we did hear from another viewer earlier on who also mentioned, you know, that they had been going through and kind of hearing the sound, that really volatile sound for about 10 minutes straight. Felt like it was shaking the house. So right now, though, we're going to send things over to the traffic center with Brianna Fernandez for a closer look at how things are looking on the roads.
Shalima, thank you so much for that report. 6:03 is your time for this Wednesday morning. Sky 9 is up and giving us a live look of Highway 36 and I-25. So the reason that they're showing us Highway 36 and this area right now, it's because we were tracking a crash. It looks like there's also some overnight construction happening. Now, this crash happened closer to I-70 between Pecos and Federal. I just checked those CDOT cameras for you, and it looks like crews were slowly leaving through that area. But right now, traffic very, very light for your Wednesday morning. I do want to switch things things over to our CDOT cameras. 225 near Colfax Avenue. The reason I'm showing you this camera is because we do have a crash not far from this camera. It's just CDOT hasn't moved it yet. So let's get to your drive times, especially if you're taking 225. Zooming into 225, where this crash is happening is between I-70 and Colfax, which is why we are seeing some southbound delays for anyone taking 225. Your overall drive, if you are on those southbound lanes, it should only be about 11 minutes, but we're starting to see that morning rush hour traffic, so I'm sure this is going to slow things down, especially because of that crash that just popped up. All the way down south for anyone in Castle Rock taking northbound I-25, heading up to 225, only 15 minutes.
All right, thanks, Brianna. Back to our news headlines this morning. Barry Morphew will find himself in front of a judge today for a status hearing in Alamosa County. He's accused of killing his wife, Suzanne. She was reported missing in Chaffee County on Mother's Day of 2020. Morphew was arrested for the first time about a year later, and he was about to stand trial when prosecutors suddenly dropped the charges against him in April of 2022. Then in September of 2023, Suzanne's remains were found, and this case continued on. They were found in Saguache County, and around this time last year, Barry Morphew was arrested once again for her murder. His status hearing is set to start at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
New this morning, Douglas County means business when it comes to those high-powered e-motorcycles riding illegally on busy roads. It's become a big problem in areas like Highlands Ranch. Just last night, county commissioners approved an ordinance that targets those high-powered scooters and off-highway vehicles, now adding fines and penalties for unsafe riding on public roads, trails, and other public property. Officials say traditional low-speed e-bikes are not affected by the new rules.
After rejecting it just last week, Erie Town Council has changed course and approved the sale of mineral rights for a controversial oil and gas project. Council voted 4-3 to sell the town's mineral rights to SM Energy for the DougCo well site. The decision comes just 1 week after the same proposal failed in a 3-3 tie. Council member Brian O'Connor, who voted no last week, was asked to reconsider the measure, and he cast the deciding vote in favor of it. Supporters say drilling will move forward regardless, so the town should benefit financially. Opponents, though, questioned the quick re-vote here and said many residents do not want more oil and gas development in Erie.
I think this is a simple situation where SM Energy, they're going to be moving forward with the DougCo project no matter what happens. And this is a chance for us to be able to get some compensation. Our minerals are really worth nothing if this moves forward without this deal.
Town officials say the agreement could bring Erie millions of dollars in upfront payments, land, and future royalty revenue.
4 of the states that rely on water from the Colorado River are working to figure out what comes next in the middle of a historic drought. The drought impacting our state and much of the West has left the Colorado River low on water. On top of that, the 7 states that get water from the river need to agree on new operating rules by October 1st. The Upper Colorado River Commission, representing Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming, and Utah, met this week to talk about it.
The facts on the river in Colorado are dire this year. The reason you all are in this room is because it is dire. The pain is felt in every corner of every state in the Upper Basin.
The core dispute between the upper and lower basin states is still who would take the deeper cuts during water shortages and whether the upper basin must accept firm reduction commitments. The states have blown through deadlines in the past to come up with a deal. The original hope was that there would be a deal by the first months of this year.
A new wildlife overpass in Douglas County is already getting some use. CDOT recently posted this video of the first elk recorded using the Greenland Wildlife Overpass. 3 males made the trek altogether. The overpass is near Larkspur. It spans 6 lanes of interstate traffic with the goal of reducing crashes that involve wildlife. CDOT completed the $15 million project at the end of last year.